Just say he looks comfortable in the net. He's puck touches and things like that. Are sharp and clean with his defense, and that's really it.
Hey, Sheldon, we know what Nick did at Harvard, but what's he done this week to give you the comfort to put him in the lineup tonight?
We haven't practiced very much. I don't know that he's had much opportunity really to do anything there. I mean, he's playing today because of our belief in him as a player and a prospect. Certainly in his time here, he's worked hard. He's listened. He's asked good questions. He's taken what we've given him, which because we've played so many games, really hasn't been a lot in terms of work and practice and things. But he's come in and listened and learned. We've had him sitting in meetings and being around as much as he can, even though he hasn't played. In terms of my comfort level, I think I know enough about him as a player to be confident in his intelligence and skill set, the way he works and the way he thinks the game. And then I think I touched on it a bit yesterday. I mean, watching him play in the Olympics, in particular against Canada, which is where I could find the greatest context because I'm familiar with most of the players that are there or that played for Canada in the Olympics, be it coaching against them in the NHL or coaching against them or coaching them in the AHL. So seeing him compete at that level against those guys, against by and large a veteran type of team, very experienced team, that he competed well and looked really good in that event. So it's a good opportunity for him to start his pro career here tonight.
What's a good game for him look like? Like, what would you expect out of him?
Again, just so he looks comfortable, confident to be able to do what he does well. That with pucks on his stick, that he's confident and makes plays and keeps his head up to see what's going on. That's what he does best. He's scanning the ice and um, he's in good positioning, offensively, defensively, all those kind of things. I've told him not to overthink things. Like any player that comes up and plays, whether it's Giordano or Blackwell that come in and join your team fresh and new, or somebody that's just adjusting to the level and to your team. You don't want to put too much in their head, giving them a sense of what our expectations are structurally, but really just go out and play. The game happens fast, so don't overthink the game and just trust your instincts.
Have you noticed any of the veterans on the team or any of the leaders kind of take Nick under their wing or talk to him or that sort of thing?
I think all of our guys have done a good job of that from what I've seen. Guys talking to him, helping him out. In his first skate with us, I think if I remember right, Kyle Clifford was playing in the game that night, but Cliff gave up a lot of his reps in the morning skate to let Nick just skate on a line and be more a part of things. Obviously, the Harvard connection here, they take care of their own, and Kerf and Colin both have done a good job with that. Really, but I think we've seen it with our team, whether it's off season, the way that our guys intermix with our prospects and draft picks, things like that, or guys coming up and down, training camp, whatever. Our guys, show great respect and take care of those guys.
Speaking of Kerfoot, he got through yesterday. Okay, is he available?
Yeah, yes, yes, yeah.
What's your sense of the group? It's been obviously some emotional games in the last week, divisional games, the Winnipeg game with Austin and everything. What's your sense? Because obviously in the past, maybe sometimes the non-playoff opponents, it can be tricky.
Yeah, I mean, obviously don't have a great sense. Like today, it's a bit of a strange day for us. We don't come to the rink here. The building wasn't available to us with the basketball game going on, so we spent time at the hotel today. So that itself is a different routine for our guys, which sometimes is a good thing. Um, but we've just talked about focusing on our game and playing well. And not focusing on the opponent. And as you say, it hasn't gone as well for us in these types of games against these types of opponents, and a lot of it is because the opponent plays well. We're expecting this Philly team coming back on home ice here today. They're 4-0-1 in the last 5 games in this building, and we're expecting them to play a good game with lots of energy. And our guys have to be prepared to go out and execute the way that we have done in recent games. Didn't like our start against Winnipeg, but we've started well for the most part here recently. We need to do that again here today, but just establish our structure and then let our game fall into place.
Sheldon, what are you seeing just in terms of, I guess, the poise McCabe is showing, some of the breakaways and the chances in tight, like, I don't know, maybe looks like more like a shooter or a scorer now. What are you seeing?
Just looks confident. You know, seems like he has a plan when he's going in about what he wants to do. You know, make the goaltender move a little bit, changing the angle. So he's using his speed and his length to change the angle of the puck before he's whether it's shooting it or deking around them. That's really good, and you know, it's confidence is such a great thing. I mean, you know, last year I don't know how many breakaways he had, you know, shorthanded, but it was a lot. I would wager a guess that he led the league in that department. And then this season, you know, right from his very first game with us, the puck started to go in for him, and he hasn't looked back. So obviously, when you take that confidence and that finishing ability, paired with all the things that he does for us without the puck and defensively, penalty killing, obviously a very important player.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Thanks.
Joe.